Hello to the hockey family. It is Monday, January the 5th of 2026,
Yeah,
first video of the year. Hope that everybody had a wonderful, holiday season, a great Christmas, Happy New Year's. I know we both did. I was over in Florida for a couple weeks, basically, at the in-laws. Little guy loved it. And you didn't go home
yeah,
to Minnie for the first time
yeah,
ever, right?
yeah. First time not going back to Minnesota. Um, my parents probably weren't thrilled, nor were my in-laws. But yeah, I mean, I think since we've had kids, my wife just wanted one Christmas where our kids wake up in their own beds down here, and yeah, super relaxing break. I
Yeah.
spent a ton of time with my family, which was great.
Yeah.
Before kind of heading into a busy season here. So
It's just so hard to try to travel with three kids. I can
yeah,
only imagine. So,
it's a lot.
yeah, you end up coming back exhausted. So,
Yeah.
as always, with this time of year, World Junior conversation, kind of crazy, right? We're going in, seeing the finals, and not having a U.S. or Canada team in there.
Yeah, and all Euro finals kind of tough to swallow, but
Yeah,
whatever.
in many. I think
Yeah,
that's
it's
your
tough.
fault for not going home.
Oof.
I'll just land
Yeah,
the
don't
blame
put
on
that
you.
on me.
I did.
That's
I did
okay.
it.
Ouch.
Yeah, so just before the break, we filmed a new webinar. The title being "Why Are Many NHL Players Overlooking the Post-Tax Deferral Option in the U.S. 401k Plan?"
Yeah, and this is probably we were talking about it at the office again. We recorded this right before break, but I would say this is probably for established NHL players that this is the biggest financial mistake we see players making before they start working with our office. Um, many players mistakenly think that a post-tax contribution is the same thing as a Roth contribution, and it's not. It's not. And the NHL 401k plan, which of course is entirely optional because you already have the pension, which is great post the 2012 lockout. But the U.S. 401k plan is really generous, where not only can you do a pre-tax deferral, but then there's like an additional bucket on top of that where players can put in an additional like $47,000 into the plan, and all sorts of benefits, right? You can have, and again, there should be a link right below that you can click to watch the webinar in more detail. But just to kind of lay out some of the basics, like by making that post-tax contribution, as long as you make the correct there's a subsequent follow-up step that you have to make to that contribution, but you can have a really nice chunk of money growing tax-free for retirement. So it has a lot of long-term tax and even legacy, if you think even beyond your own life, in terms of the way the next generation, maybe that's your kids or a charity, just being able to leave money to the next generation. There's benefits in doing it. So a lot to unpack, and we I think we did a decent job throwing it in what I think is like a 20-minute webinar. So feel free to click down there if you want to learn more.
Yeah, absolutely. So talking about 2026, we kind of kicked that off with some geopolitical headlines, huh?
Yeah, woke up the one morning with news. Venezuelan President Maduro, captured, brought back to the United States. I'll let the political and the geopolitical experts kind of weigh on like how the dominoes fall in that respect. What I can tell you from a macroeconomic perspective, kind of more the things we deal with, the reaction to the news is pretty much what you would expect. Okay, and this, it's a good reminder, and this goes to any like geopolitical event, right? You need to step back and ask yourself the question: will companies make less money because of fill in the blank event? Okay, so as big or small as a geopolitical event it might be, Venezuela obviously is about 0% of the global economy. Okay, so will that impact companies in making less money? Like probably not, right? And that's why like futures this morning here most global futures, both equities and bonds, a little bit higher. You see the U.S. dollar a little bit stronger today as well. So basically, exactly what you would expect.
Yeah. So getting into the new year, I know we've talked about this in all the videos, but we're excited to, one, be back in the office, and then two, get back on the road and see a bunch of you guys. I know you've got a big trip here coming up this week. We're going to Chicago, Montreal, Ottawa.
Yeah. I think I leave Wednesday. I'm gone for a little over a week. Chicago, Montreal, Ottawa, which I haven't been up that neck of the woods in a bit. So
did you dust off your winter coat or what?
Yeah, I don't know.
It might be a little chilly, but beautiful towns. Fun time to be up there this time of year.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you. Any questions, comments, concerns? Feel free to reach out.
Thanks, guys.